The monks and their compassion have always been able to count on the generosity of Zanskar's inhabitants. So it's at Puktao, one of the country's richest monasteries, that Chonjor has come to sell the land he inherited.
I have come to ask for your help. This road will be a good thing for this monastery and for everyone. I need to buy a JCB bulldozer. It will help me do my work. I would be grateful if you would accept to buy my land.
If the head of the monastery accepts to buy his land, Chonjor will have nothing left, but he will be able to continue the works on his road.
When Grandfather Chonjor came and said, "I have no money and I want to build this road," his idea and his words surprised me. I felt very enthusiastic about helping him. Chonjor's work will go down in Zanskar's history. In a poor place like this, where there are very few roads, and where people and animals face great difficulties, Chonjor is helping the community by bringing about essential change. He is courageous and exemplary. And yes, his work will be part of Zanskar's history, and even the history of the world.
With a few million rupees in pocket, Tsultrim is drawing closer to his dream. But he won't buy his bulldozer in Zanskar. The modern world is a 4-day walk away, much further south in Himachal Pradesh.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
How are you? What are you doing here?
I've come to build a road. If the weather is good and all goes well, I hope to build 20 kilometers.
A compulsory stop on the road to Jammu and Kashmir, the most northerly state in India. The face of Darcha has changed thanks to the road.
In Darcha, thanks to public transport, we can travel as we like. We can take food and other goods back home. When someone is sick, we can take them straight to hospital. Before, we had to carry our sick on our backs or by horseback. It's very important to have roads. Thanks to them, we can buy food and we can access medical care more easily.
Surjit and Banti are here as expected. Originally from the Punjab, the two men will take turns at the controls of the second-hand bulldozer that Chonjor has brought in from Manali.
Good luck and blessings. I wish you many miracles, such as flowers falling from the sky. Blessings to you. You are unique and astonishing.
Traffic jams are frequent in Darcha. Motor vehicles aren't the only ones to use the roads and bridges. After having traveled more than 700 kilometers, the herdsmen and their animals now finish their Himalayan summer transhumance by road.
It's much easier by road. In the mountains, so many obstacles bar our way. These high-altitude tracks are difficult, and they're very narrow, whereas on the road, the animals can move ahead more easily.
When he learned the news, Tsultrim Chonjor didn't hesitate to delay his departure for Zanskar by a few hours. On such a special day as today, all are hurrying to greet one of the most important religious leaders in the Buddhist world, recognized as the 12th incarnation of the Drukpa lineage by His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, Gyalwang Drukpa Rinpoche. The pack of cyclists stretches out as it enters Darcha, looking rather like a bicycle race. Accompanied by 300 female nuns, Gyalwang Drukpa is wrapping up a phenomenal 2,350-kilometer trip from Nepal to Ladakh. His Highness, with his foundation, represents modern Buddhism. He draws attention to the condition of women and campaigns for peace in the world. He may look like an ordinary sportsman, but the supreme head of the Drukpa lineage is a particularly admired master of meditation. His presence here is a real event.
Rinpoche, can you give me your blessing so that I can build my road?
Yes, yes, of course. This road will be beneficial for lots of people.
Could you look here, please? I'm in terrible pain.
It will be all right now.
Give me your blessing.
You're from Zanskar? Where exactly?
From Stongde.
Oh, Stongde.
I've been building the road for 2 years. This year, pray for me, please.
Yes, yes, don't worry. When the road is finished, I will come back.
Yes, Rinpoche, thank you.
There was no road last time I came here?
That's right, and I remember your visit well.
Was it really difficult?
Oh, yes. But I'm sure that we'll finish the road this year, thanks to your blessing.
Of course. That's very good.
Thank you so much.
What was your name again? Chonjor, is that right?
Tsultrim Chonjor.
Tsultrim Chonjor. Good.
Each year, when I start working on the road, I hang up prayer flags. As soon as the wind touches the flags, it disperses their prayers and passes them on to the gods and all those on the way. When I started building this road, there was nothing here at all, and the terrain was very rough. No vehicles could come this far. I started the works on this road on 28th June 2014. It all started on this very spot.
To dig through the mountain for several weeks, Chonjor and his workmates have had to bring along everything they need. Hundreds of liters of fuel, tents, blankets, gas for the stoves, food supplies. As unthinkable as it may seem, The road that leads here is the work of just one man, who has decided to free Kargyak's inhabitants from isolation. This morning, the constant icy rain gradually turns to snow. It's 0 degrees, but the roadworks have to start.
I've done many things in my life. I was a tailor, I was a herdsman, a woodcutter. There's no job that I don't know how to do. But building roads is something I never learned. I've never worked in that field. Perhaps this idea came to me from a previous life.
Tsultrim Chonjor promised himself something, that he would build a road up to the Chingola Pass. That's what he did last year. Right now, 18 kilometers remain before reaching the first village, Kargyak, 1,500 meters further down the mountain. Far from the villages, a cold, dry wind sweeps through these high-altitude pastures. In Zanskar, winters are harsh and summers much too short. Because of their extreme isolation, the Zanskaris have managed to preserve ancestral experience and knowledge. Yak husbandry is part of that, and it's the women who look after the herds during the summer month. Here, the yak is heaven sent. The females supply the milk for drinking, which can be made into cheese or butter. The animals carry the heaviest of loads, their wool can be woven, and their dried dung will serve as fuel during winter.
We cannot leave this region. We have to stay here, and I really don't like that. How could we leave this place? If we have health problems or anything else, we can't leave here, the place where we were born. Ultimately, we don't have the choice. If there's a road, traveling will be much easier. I'm really grateful to Chonjor for this road.
Having no road, the Zanskaris have always lived to the rhythm of their horses' steps. The goods they buy or barter are limited in weight, no more than 20 kilos per animal.
The monk's doing a good action by building a road. We don't have good roads. There are enormous rocks. You have to climb up, go down. It's very difficult for the horses to walk here. With the monk's road, we will be able to transport bigger things. And what used to take us 3 days will now take only 1.
With the road, cars and trucks will little by little replace these antiquated caravans. Men and horses will no longer have to cross the highest passes in the world in their search for basic necessities, medication, and the many innovations that the modern world has to offer. The road under construction already has its first users. But this time, it's not merchandise that's being transported, but children. When the school holidays are over, the pupils have to return to Manali boarding school for another year.
On July 6, we went to pick the children up at school for the summer holidays. And today, September 1st, we're taking them back. The monk has done a very good job. We're very grateful to him. In July, there was no road. Now there is one, and it's so much easier.
Our children are starting to learn new things. And thanks to the road, they will bring new ideas that will benefit the community. And it will bring about great changes in the way people think. All that will be very positive.
In just a few days, the first kilometers of road that snake their way through the mountain become the path to take to get through the Shingola Pass. Taking advantage of a break in the weather, the works continue, with the next target being an impressive monolith over 5,300 meter high, Gumburanjan. Surjit and Banti take turns at the controls of the bulldozer, 24 hours a day, and Tsultrim prepares their lunch every day.
Yes, it's very good, but the road has to descend a little. Look, you just have to pass through here. Above all, don't go too far. The vehicles have to go through here. You've come down too far. Look up there, there are holes. But we're going to backfill, we'll fill them in. No, it's too steep up there. You must pass lower down. What, lower? Look, you really have to come this way. Otherwise, you'll end up there. Do you understand? Yesterday, this man was a hero, but today, he's a zero. Now, this zero has to become a hero again. Isn't that right? Do you agree with that? No, the problem is you were sleeping. I know you went to sleep. God told me. The gods are always with me.
History probably won't remember their names, and yet Surjit Singh and Banti Kumar are heroes.
It's so very cold here. The monk told me off this morning because the road was not well done. I told him it was not our fault. We cannot work quickly and well in such temperatures.
We're afraid of danger, particularly of the dangers we don't foresee. But you can't think about that all the time. If we did, we could not work. If everyone were afraid, who would build this road? Someone has to break through these rocks and build this road. And that someone has to overcome his fear. It's normal to be afraid. Nobody wants to lose his life.
For 40 million years, during the formation of the Himalayas, nothing came to change the face of the mountains. Now man has brought a road, a scar that will never heal. Every year, dozens of hikers, lovers of nature and wide open spaces try themselves out on Zanskar's mountain peaks. Sometimes these extreme adventurers come from far away. The torment they go through with each step is only equaled by their desire for exploration and freedom, the feeling of being the first to set foot on this sacred virgin land.
We are here in such a high altitude. And if you look closely, there are flowers everywhere, so many kind of flowers. Like different colors, kinds. And just the way, this was when we were coming closer, I thought, it's like millions of flowers being destroyed. Trekkers who really have strong feeling for the nature come here anyway, without the road being built. I can imagine that there are people who like the mountains, but who would rather not take the big hustle. So if it's easier for them to come, they will come, rather than...
It will be easier for novice trekkers like me. So I should have taken a baby trek or something like that, and then I chose this one. I realized it was really hard. The roads makes it easy for me.
So I see more the dark side of the road. So you've seen the villages which are not connected to the road yet. We were just talking about it, that this might be the last possibility or the last chance that we experience the villages without the connection to the road. And you look around, there is no plastic, everything is clean, and people do their field business, and so this will change a lot, I think, and it might not change only for good.
It's August, the temperature is increasing and the glaciers melt more quickly. Hundreds of streams form all over the place, bringing destruction on their way. The road to Kargyak has to cross the river. With no bridge or pipes to bury under the rock to let the water pass, Chonjor and his teammates improvise, relentlessly tackling a task which seems doomed from the start. After several hours of hard work, the river can at last be crossed and the road can go on.
There is no job that is impossible, and it's nothing to do with religion. It depends on the way you think and what you have decided to be. You must love others and be passionate about helping them. You have to know how to do that and then have the courage and patience to do it. When you have that, you can do anything.
Man is not the only one to compete with the elements. An impressive herd of ibex has decided to cross the valley, but the turbulent waters bar their way. Why do the animals want to cross? Do they feel in danger, hunted by some predator? According to the Zanskaris, such a herd has never been seen before. They are trapped, paralyzed by fear. They who are used to climbing the steepest slopes with astounding agility. This young ibex, as his pairs, will finally give up. For them, the river remains impossible to cross. Tsultrim Chonjor has been building his road for over 20 days, but time is running short. Night temperatures are icy cold. Winter is just around the corner.
Building the road takes so much time. I so wish we could finish in just one day. We are working the machine very hard, and it is getting very cold. If we don't finish soon, it's going to be more and more difficult.
This morning, a solemn silence has invaded the valley. Surjit and Banti are with the bulldozer that, since dawn, has obstinately refused to give vent to its 150 horsepower.
I haven't decided what to do yet. I think I'll fill up the fuel tank and see if the engine starts. If that doesn't work, then we'll have to clean out the fuel tank. That way, we'll see if it's clogged, if there's dirt in there. For the moment, the fuel isn't getting through.
There's nothing to be done. The adulterated fuel, a mix of diesel and water that unscrupulous Indian merchants sell off without a qualm, has clogged it up.
I don't know what to say. After all this effort and the time it's taken, it really has to work. When we work hard and things don't go well, I really don't feel good.
New clean filters and clean fuel are necessary. The only option is for Surjit and Banti to return to Manali. If they make good headway on foot, they will be back in 3 or 4 days. In Zanskar, some rather unusual travelers have no problems with fuel. Marc Michel left Switzerland 15 months ago. He's doing an unassisted round-the-world trip and has decided to win his wager to cross the Himalayas on his bicycle wearing flip-flops.
And the elevation right now is about 4,600 meters. And as far as I know, Shingala is a bit more than 5,000. So I hope that I can reach the top today. But otherwise, it's not a big problem. I have food, I have a tent, so I'll be fine.
Before heading on to Pakistan, Iran, the Sultanate of Oman, and Turkey, Mark finds himself up against the wall, weighed down by 50 kilos of luggage, doubtlessly the hardest ordeal of his voyage.
I feel very sorry for him. All that is pointless. And above all, nothing will remain, apart from the stories he will tell. I saw that village there. I went through here. He's not come here to learn. He has just come to see something new and have fun.
It's incredible. I can't believe that a monk is building a road up here. It's unbelievable. He's building the road by himself. I mean, a road. I'm only doing a trip. Maybe I am the first cyclist on that road, but I'm not the first guy who crosses Shingula by bicycle. But for me, it's still nice to be close to the top on a new road. Yeah.
In Zanskar, the benevolent divinities have brought back hope. The roadworks can start again. After Gumbaranjan, the Zanskaris' sacred mountain, their sights are set on Kargyak, 12 kilometers away. Tsultrim and his two workmates have been struggling to master the mountain for over a month. Taking all the necessary precautions, the bulldozer makes its way by the Chultim, where relics and holy texts are preserved. These monuments signal the end of the works over 20 kilometers of an unlikely road in the heart of the Himalayas.
That's it, Kargyak. You have arrived. After all that hard work, we are finally here, safe and sound. So, are you happy? Today is a great day because I have finished this job. It was difficult to get this far. There was lots of dust. But now I feel good. I don't feel so tired. We are on form and I am happy.
Surjit and Banti, greeted like liberators, are still surprised to have written a new page in Zanskar's history. On this historical day, Kargyak's inhabitants come to get news of the old man, who humbly offers to bring them into the modern world.
Nothing bad happened to me. The proof? Look at my hands.
Now there will be cars. All this happened thanks to the monks' hard work. Several people told us they wanted to build a road, but nothing was ever done. It took a lot of time for Grandfather Chonjor to arrive at Shingola. He spent several years working on this road. And this year, Grandfather Chonjor brought the road as far as Kargyak. Cars will now be able to come here.
Some people may mock me, but I don't pay attention. I just carry on with my work. Perhaps I borrowed something from you in a previous life, something I could not give back. This road is my way of doing that today.
During these summer months, the small forgotten village of Kargyak savors these last moments of peace and quiet.
We've never had a road here. That's why the region is so isolated. Nobody could imagine that a monk would build a road. Chonjor decided alone to build this road, and we will all benefit from it.
Until 2009, there was no school village until the Czech Association gave the children the possibility to learn to read, write, and count, also giving them toothbrushes. These children are the future of Zanskar. With this road, and for the first time, none of them will have the same destiny as their predecessors. For the teacher, such an upheaval necessitates a few words of warning.
So, you would like to become drivers?
Yes.
Does one of you want to learn to drive?
Me, yes. The children used to return to boarding school on horseback. Now they can come by car. If we want to build houses, we can transport the materials in our cars.
All the jobs they choose to do will be affected by this road, whether they want to be drivers or merchants. By talking to them about the road, they will develop other ideas for their future.
Hurry up!
I think that for the road to be completely usable, it might take like 2 or 3 years more. And whether it will be brutal or how it will affect their lives, it would depend upon the villagers also to an extent. If they continue their good habits of keeping things clean and all, I think the road will be a good thing.
The road will also bring about some major changes that will be negative. The road will pollute the environment, bring illnesses. Lots of people will come by car, and there's a big chance that there will be crime.
Upon leaving Kargyak, Tsultrim Chonjor is convinced that he leaves great hope in his wake. But his mission is far from over. In the coming years, the road that he has continued to prolong will deliver other villagers, finally reaching Padum, the historical capital of Zanskar. Today, it's still a 2-day walk from the modern world. Before 1980, Padum was a humble village. And then the road came, opening Zanskar's doors to Afghanistan and Pakistan to the west, Tajikistan to the north and Ladakh to the east. With its population of 1,000, its shops and restaurants, its taxis, cyber cafes and hotels, Padum has been transformed and relies on tourism.
I can give you a reduction. I can do this nice bulldozer cheap.
No, I already have one. I've got the big version.
Please, make an effort.
No, thank you.
Thanks to the road, Padum has undergone development. The population has increased, so I decided to open a shop. Children today are very lucky. These days, shops sell all sorts of things. Children can get all those things because we have roads. But when I was young, we had nothing and life was very difficult. Our hands and feet were chapped. My parents were very poor.
In the future, many foreigners will come to Zanskar. Lots of scientists will come to do research in Zanskar. All these changes will doubtlessly have a negative impact. So the culture that we've been protecting for thousands of years will change. In each village, we will have to be careful to preserve our way of life. We will have to protect our places of pilgrimage, our monasteries, but also our culinary traditions, our agriculture, our way of living together. We all have to become aware of the need to protect our culture. With this in mind, we will benefit from all these changes.
With the road, agriculture in Zanskar will be modernized. Trailers can now bring in winter forage, which was always carried on men's backs. With the arrival of fertilizers and pesticides, subsistence agriculture will slowly give place to controlled agriculture, which can be exported. As in the village of Aru, Kargyak will soon see the arrival of the famous Tata trucks, engine trucks that are the kings of the road. All around Padum, mechanical threshers will replace yak hooves to separate stalks from seeds. The poorest farmers will rent machines. The machine owners will earn more money and, above all, plan for their children's futures.
When we had no road, it was very difficult to send the children to school. We had to walk as far as Shingola, carrying all their things on our backs. There was no means of transport here, not like in Manali or even Darcha. You had to rent a horse, 300 rupees per person per day, a day's salary. When we needed to make purchases, we had to go on foot, and it took at least 3 or 4 days to reach our destination. It was much harder without the road.
With the road, children no longer have to go to school in neighboring states. Even if the village of Reru only has 25 houses, Jamyangling Senior School, founded 22 years ago, has 125 students today. 80 are boarding students, the others can go home by bus. But progress doesn't stop here. Solar panels at 4,000 meters above sea level would have been unthinkable without a road. At Stongdae Monastery, the monks continue to pray for enlightenment and the eradication of all forms of suffering. For decades, Tsultrim Chonjor was one of theirs. Did the monks ever imagine that this discreet man would change the future of a whole people simply through the strength of his willpower?
Intelligence, thought, and happiness. That is what the construction of this road has brought me. In a way, that is my prayer for the future. Now I would like to share this message. I hope that my work will create vocation, and that in their turn, other people will say, I can do that too.
It's a rare thing. Chonjor chose to leave his life in the monastery as his duty called him. But in the heart of the monks, as in the hearts of the people of Zanskar, Meme Chonjor, as he is called here, will forever be known as the one who changed their lives.